This is an Eye on Annapolis special update.
Hey, before we get into this episode with Cassie, Bill, and Lauren from Cassif Brothers, just a heads up, you want to make sure you check out the show notes or the post on the website, because after we recorded this, they came back to me with some fantastic savings for your Memorial Day. And we're going to put the links in the show notes as well as on this website. But they've got stuff as $7 on a 24-pack or 30-pack of Bud Light, $10 off Devil's Backbone 15 packs, $3 off of the Bud Light Seltzers, $10 off of Michelob Ultra. So you want to make sure you check out either the show notes or the website for the links to the mail-in rebates there. Kick your Memorial Day off by saving a few bucks. Now, let's get into it. Hey, we're back here with Lauren, Bill, and Cassie, and hopefully we were supposed to be around a conference table sipping some cool beers at noontime before Memorial Day, but lo and behold, Governor Hogan had different ideas, and we are now still on a Zoom call and still socially distant and really looking forward to a Memorial Day that's going to be unlike any other one that we've really seen, I think. How are you guys doing today?
We're good, John. It's good to talk to you again. A little bit of normalcy in this different environment we're in right now, huh?
You know, it really is. And I think we sort of lost track. I mean, I certainly don't know what day of the week it is anymore, it seems, but I've lost
no idea ever.
yeah. I mean, I barely know that it's day or night. I just look out the window and that's about all I can tell you. But, you know, I lost total track of time with, I guess, all the COVID and everything else that was going on, that summer is here. We are, you know, this is the week that the Naval Academy should be graduating. The Blue Angels should be flying and the hover should be tossed in the air. Memorial Day is rolling around next week. And it's like, wow, where did spring go?
We're here.
Well, it is. Well, what's, you know, Budweiser and Cassif and, you know, all of your brands, what do you guys got planned for a very weird, different kind of Memorial Day?
I think we're looking at backyard barbecues, smaller, less social, and a cooler full of beers, cocktails, and wine. Right, Lauren?
Yeah, so I think, you know, speaking of normalcy, right, like Memorial Day is such a social holiday, and it's the kickoff to summer, and I think a lot of people really look forward to that. And so I think our hope is that we can bring a little bit of that normalcy to your backyard. You know, it may just be family. It may just be, you know, a small group of people that you've otherwise been quarantining or social distancing with. But our hope is that, you know, we can still keep the excitement and bring some fun things to everybody so that they can enjoy the day, maybe just in a different way.
Well, there definitely are ways to do it, because you can, I mean, obviously we can go out on our boats if we have boats. If we don't have boats, we can mooch on friends that have boats. Hi, Cassie.
Hi. We actually just took her out last weekend, and it was glorious.
Oh, I'm sure. But you can do that. And I was just at a party actually this weekend, and it was with some close friends that, I mean, obviously we're not quarantining with them, but it was 10 people and less, and we were all pretty much distant on a large deck. And it was just so great to sit around a fire pit and sit there and talk and sip a beer and just sort of catch up with everything that we've not been able to catch up with in the last 6-8 weeks.
Yeah. It's been really funny because sometimes, you know, you're going about your day and you're maybe out running errands, which is such an undertaking even to just do that and go get the things that you need, or, you know, you're picking up beer, you're doing whatever. And you're like, you know, it'd be really great to like stop by, you know, my favorite restaurant down the street and get like a cheeseburger and a beer. And then there's that moment where you're like, I can't do that.
Exactly. And
I mean, it's like, well, now I guess I'm going to go get beer and burgers and do it at home because, you know, I don't know. It's such a strange thing. And it's when you do get the opportunity to even like social distance with a handful of friends, that little bit of social interaction, it's just like you cling to it out of sheer desperation for the outside world.
Well, if nothing else, I think we're going to have a much deeper appreciation for our friends and our family and our neighbors and just people in general after we're out of this. And I totally agree with you, Lauren. I mean, I would, you know, give my left whatever limb you want to talk about just to be able to like, hey, let's go to the grocery store and get cat food. You know, I mean, that's a project anymore. You know, you've got to plan that out. You got to get the mask. You've got to, you know, it's crazy.
It is. It's nuts. But, you know, it's what we have to do. And I think everybody's kind of made the best of it. And, you know, for our industry speaking, you know, for our retailers and our partners, I think everybody's done a really good job of adapting and making it so you can still do all of those things. Just maybe a little bit more challenging, but the important thing is that everybody's still able to participate.
Absolutely. And I think, and with the long weekend coming up, I am looking forward to getting out to it and, kicking back and relax, taking that Monday off and just really taking a bit of a breather. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to put in my cooler just yet, but that's why I'm on the phone with you guys. That's why we've timed this just before. Okay.
We have lots of options.
So what goes in John's cooler this year?
Oh, there's lots of things that we can put in your cooler, John, but we've got some new stuff. I guess we can start by talking about our RTDs, our ready to drink cocktails. I think that's the most exciting thing that we have. 'Cause it's just completely new and different. So we've talked a little bit in the past, on past episodes about Cutwater Spirits, which is our spirits company out of San Diego. They do a line of ready to drink cocktails. So these are actually liquor based. They are cocktails in a can and they're awesome. There's so many options. And so now we've got some of our craft partners hopping on board too.
What kind of cocktails do they have in there?
So they've got a whole line of vodka sodas, which are fantastic. They're 5% alcohol. They are 99 calories. And so they have a grapefruit, a lime, and a cucumber. And then they've got gin and tonics and vodka mules and whiskey highballs and a Bloody Mary, a spicy Bloody Mary that's amazing. They also have a mild Bloody Mary, but I don't participate in mild Bloody Marys. They have to be spicy. And then our friends from Devil's Backbone have launched their own line that also has a vodka soda with lime. They also have a gin and tonic, a vodka mule, and then they are doing an orange smash, which is their twist on the orange crush. So an orange crush in a can. So
Devil's Backbone is getting, I don't want to say they're getting out of the beer, but they've obviously got the beer. They're adding to their beer line with a cocktail.
Yeah. So they're adding to the beer portfolio with some ready to drink cocktails. They've had a small distillery on site for the last couple of years that's done full bottles of things. They did a rum. They did a gin. They've done a handful of other things, but they decided that the way that the market was going was definitely looking towards those ready to drink cocktails and the ease of, being able to pack those in your cooler and go about your day for your social occasions. So the timing is great. We just launched them about 2 weeks ago. So they are very COVID approved in terms of, the ease and the portability. So it's been really cool. We're excited to see what they can do.
Very neat. And I mean, that probably pairs well with all the other stuff that we've talked about in the past. I know the summertime is a good time for Babe. And I think I saw on Facebook, Cassie with a Babe can on her or something like that the other day.
Cassie wearing her Babe can again.
Be the wine, guys. Be the wine. When in doubt, always become the wine. Be the wine. No, that was super fun. A great play on what Babe is and who Babe is and what they put out there. So open a can and be the wine.
Well, I remember the first time I tried that was in 2018 when Annapolis did the Annapolis Rising concert. I think it was the first time I ever got a chance to really experience the Babe, and they had, I think, the rosé and but they were very good, and they're great. They're great for a cooler. They're perfect to throw in a boat. You don't have any glass. You can backyard, whatever it is. So that's you've really got a sort of a good choice of cocktails and wine, and obviously you've got different beers that are coming out.
Well, John, I'll go back to the wine. It's actually 2 glasses per can, and it's a rosé, a Pinot Grigio, and they do have a red blend. So you can have your rosé, your white, or your red, and you can, like you said, pop in a cooler, have 2 glasses of wine in a can. You don't have to worry about any of the glass. Super easy. Yeah.
I'm still amazed at how the adult beverage industry, and we'll just sort of combine everything into one, has really sort of changed over the last, really 5 years. And when you see what's happened with, obviously, I think craft beer started it. I grew up and it was, probably like car makers. You had 5 or 6 major car makers and then some, foreigners that came in. But now everything is just so unique and there's so many different tastes that are available. It's absolutely amazing. My daughter she's down in Asheville, North Carolina, which is a, sort of like one of the big hubs of craft beerdom, if you will. And there was I'm trying to look on my phone, but she sent me a picture of a beer that looked so interesting to me. And it was, I'm trying to think, it's called Rainbow Sherbet, something, Fruited Sour by, I mean, I'm like, that sounds very interesting. I mean, I kind of like the sours. It was something that I had never had before, probably 2 or 3 years ago. And to see that, but I think it's so cool that there's just such a dynamic shift in the adult beverage industry and that, it's not just for, guys that want to drink the Bud or the ladies that want to drink the wine and everything else. There's really something for everybody.
Yeah, there really is. And the breweries have totally taken advantage of that and how many tastes are out there. And you get things like that, fruited, sherbet sours. And, you get things that are plays on, all sorts of weird different flavors, French toast stouts and milk and cookies stouts and all these crazy sours and gozas and God, anything you can really think of. Somebody has probably brewed it, which, it's kind of cool. And it allows people to be creative, but it also gets more people into drinking beer, which at the end of the day, I think is good for all of us.
I'll tell you, Cassie, I don't know whether you or Bill or Lauren, but I saw an ad and I can't remember where it was, but it was talking about a Patriot pack or something like that. What's that all about?
Yeah, so every year Budweiser comes out with a specific package that gives back to Folds of Honor. So beginning May 25th through July 4th, if you purchase one of the patriotic large format packages, so 24 pack or a 30 pack, $1 goes back to the Folds of Honor program, which funds scholarships for military members and their families. There's a red, there's a white, and a blue. So we can salute to the red or the white or the blue this summer.
That's very cool. Well, I remember speaking with Rocky from Folds of Honor, Budweiser / Folds of Honor, and that was an incredible guy. I mean, I had a chance to meet him at the Military Bowl, and I do need to talk to you about hooking up with him and seeing if I could do a separate podcast with him, because he's just got such a great story about being, a true hero, where he was, held hostage in Iran during the Iranian hostage crisis and everything else. But this is, the amount of beer that's consumed, and Budweiser could probably be able to tell you this, but I mean, between Memorial Day and July 4th, has got to be incredible. And at $1 a case or $1 a 24 pack is a huge chunk of change that they're donating to Folds of Honor.
Yeah, and both our companies, CATSIF and Capital Eagle, donate directly to Folds of Honor as well. And we have been doing that for a number of years. So giving back not only through the purchase, the case purchase, but as a donation as well. So we love Rocky, and his story is near and dear to our hearts. And any way that we can support the program, we certainly will and do. So beginning May 25th through the 4th, but the packs still will be available through August. Definitely get out and buy one. They're beautiful.
And I want a list from CATSIF of all of the things that you guys support locally, because this list just has got to be long. I mean, every time I turn around, it's like, oh yeah, we do this and we do this. And I mean, I think I know a lot of it, and I think I'm only skimming the surface of it, to be honest with you.
Wow, John. And we've been working together for so long.
Well, I know, but every time there's something else, it's like, okay, well, we're going to do the buy a lady a water. Did I screw that up? Buy a lady a drink. Yeah. Buy a lady a drink for water.org. And then you've got, even going way back to the life preservers. And then last month you were sewing masks for the hospital and the first responders.
6,500 masks. We went well over our 5,000 goal, and we've donated 6,000 into the market. It's been incredible.
So you need to dress up as like Betsy Ross and not the babe in a babe beer in a babe can.
I'll do whatever everyone says I should do.
But I mean, it's it's just phenomenal. I mean, last we talked, it was like, okay, hey, there was a need, and you guys said, well, let's buy sewing machines. I was like, wow, okay, you guys, tip of the hat to you guys. You guys just do incredible for the community, and I honestly think that you probably do so much more than anybody really knows. So hats off to every one of you. I mean, you guys are all great.
Thank you, John.
I'll add, John, don't say that much nice stuff about us.
I know, but I'll add to the Budweiser patriotic pack. Budweiser came out with a Bud Zero. The non-alcoholic category is really taking off as well, and the new Budweiser Zero is fantastic. Not sure, Bill, you haven't said one word. Can you tell us about Budweiser Zero?
I mean, I haven't had a chance to. I mean, I like the fact that Bud has come up with some innovative stuff recently. One of them being the Nitro, which that's pretty cool, and then the Zero as well. I mean, a lot of options out there to keep people entertained and not bored. Good stuff too. But yeah, the Zero is just the newest in the line from them. I mean, just going in line with trying to keep healthy. Yeah,
I've got to admit, you got me excited there with Bud Zero. I'm thinking, Yes, a 0-calorie beer. I'm into it. But then...
Oh, sad news for you, John. We have sad news for you. It's 0 alcohol, but it is only 50 calories.
Okay.
So it's a great option versus like a soft drink or a soda or anything like that. But yeah, 0 alcohol Bud.
Well, I tell you also with Memorial Day coming on, and there will be people out and about. And I noticed since the weather broke this weekend in Annapolis, the government kind of lost their mind because there were a lot of people, and they've relaxed the liquor laws in Annapolis anyhow. So bars and restaurants, as they're doing carry-out service or curbside, they're able to sell cocktails as long as they're in a sealed container, which could be just like a plastic lid on top of it. But you can buy a 6-pack of beer from your favorite bar or restaurant. You can buy a bottle of wine. And it's all designed to go home and consume it there. And apparently a lot of people through town, the mayor just put out a press release saying that, hey, we're kind of being nice, but we still do have a open container law, and no, you can't drink and walk around downtown. So just sort of a public service announcement to anybody that is around, that if the liquor laws have been relaxed a little bit, they've been relaxed to really help out some of these businesses that need some help. So we do encourage everybody to go and buy a 6-pack, go buy, a wine or a cocktail from your favorite restaurant and help them out. But don't ruin it for everybody by sipping it as you stroll down City Dock or anything like that.
Yes, drink responsibly, drink water between beers. Budweiser instills the responsibility message to anyone that's out there purchasing. So just make sure, yes, you're doing everything safely and responsibly.
Without a doubt. And hey, one question that bugs me, and I've asked you a couple times, and you've done this trick way back when we used to get together, and you had a room temperature beer and you needed to cool it really quick. And it was something with a paper towel. And I tried to pull that out last weekend and I couldn't figure it out. What is the trick again?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to write it down.
Lauren.
Yeah, that's my trick. Wrap it in a wet paper towel and then stick it in the freezer or stick it in the fridge and it'll cool down faster.
Okay. And you can put it in the freezer for like 10 minutes or something like that, right?
Yeah. #science. I have no idea why that seems to help, but I think it's just the surface area, keeping the cold, getting the cold directly on the glass and that surface area. And it helps expedite the process a little bit.
And ice water versus just ice. So doing ice and then really cold water.
Same idea.
Yeah,
it's the same idea. It's the surface area that it covers.
Very cool. Now that I've written that down, and I will now probably put that in my wallet so I don't forget it. Hey, wait, let me pull this out like my Giant card. I don't know what.
It'll be a fun party trick.
Just don't leave it in the freezer. You might have worse problems later. Just don't forget about it.
That
I've definitely done that.
I'm looking on my checklist of things that we wanted to talk about. And what's kappatail?
Oh, kappatail. So kappatail is now available in Anne Arundel County, which is awesome. It is the beer that Devil's Backbone brewed, especially for the Washington Capitals. So it is the only craft beer, really, that is the official partner of the Caps. And it's in its second year. Oh, God, don't quote me on that. I may have to fact check. Cassie, second year, right? We're on year 2?
Second year.
All right. Thank you, Bill. Yes, we're on the second year of kappatail. And it's only been available in cans at the stadium or at the arena in the past. And we just recently got the go-ahead, being that there's not currently a hockey season to participate in, to sell it out in the market. So it is available in your local liquor store, your local wine and beer store. 16-ounce cans. It's an IPA in the 16-ounce can. It packs a punch. It's like 7.5%, 7%. But it's an awesome beer. It's super cool.
7% alcohol. It's an amber IPA. So that's, Rock the Red. You want to Rock the Red amber IPA. And they mash it with Bravo, Centennial, and Whole Melon hops, which kind of gives it like a really dry flavor. And then they also dry hop it with Centennial and then Whole Melon. So I'm sorry, Whole Melon is what I meant to say. But yeah, so that's one of the things. That's one of the things that I like about the beer. They went through a package refresh this year too. So if anyone's last year, it's brand new imagery on it as well.
Yeah, and I know we have a lot of Caps fans out here. So anybody that has had it at Capital One Arena is probably quite a fan. But now you can bring it home as you rewatch old games and maybe an old Stanley Cup win for the Caps, drinking your kappatail.
Well, my fingers are crossed that we may see some baseball around July 4th. It may, maybe
so hopeful
on TV, but probably. But I mean, I hope that the players agree and the unions agree to do it, and they can find a way to bring it, because boy, that's something I'm missing so far, is just not be able to see baseball either in person. I'm a big fan of the Bowie Bay Sox, but because they're convenient and local, but to just not watch it on TV or to go up for an O's game or over to the Nationals, it's a bummer of a spring as far as
it's
sports
brutal,
fan goes.
John. You can just call it like it is. It's brutal. No live sports is brutal.
Well, Lauren, they're the first live sport this weekend, right? Michelob Ultra, the match with Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson, right?
Yep.
Oh, we just had NASCAR.
That's true. We did just have NASCAR. I'll count that. I'll take it.
We've got the Preakness on October 3rd. That's official.
Yep. Saw that yesterday. That's exciting.
So it's hopefully it'll come back. I saw we're in Taiwan. They're starting up baseball again, but they don't want to have any kind of inkling that there's no crowds watching, even though there aren't any. So they have cardboard cutouts that they put in all the stand seats of people.
Seems like a lot of work.
So it's so when the camera pans over it, it looks like it's got a full stadium there. I don't know. I think it was Taiwan. I can't remember where it was, but I hope we don't go to that thing, that level.
My wife and I have been getting so bored and so upset with no sports. We actually bet on the neighbors on how fast they can take out the trash. I'm like, I think they can do it in under 60 seconds. Oh, it's going to be a minute 30. Put money on it and you watch them and you're like, the over-under.
It's a tough moment when you realize that that's where you're getting your sports excitement. You're like, God, I've reached a new low. This is brutal.
Where there's a will, there's a way. There's a will, there's
absolutely.
A way. That's for sure. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I am probably going to head on over to my local store, Bay Ridge Wine and Spirits, and stock up on some of the stuff that we've talked about and give it a shot for this weekend as we get into that. I'll have to. I know for my girlfriend, I'll probably get some of the RTDs, to use that industry lingo that I'm not into, but the ready to drinks from Devil Backbone, because I didn't realize that they had got into a distillery. So that seems awesome. Really interesting.
Don't forget about Bud Light seltzers too. Bud Light lemon.
That's right.
Kills pack. Lots of good stuff to choose from.
Yeah, natural light seltzers. Come on.
Natter Days
are back.
No.
I
had one on the boat. It was quite delightful.
Well, I will probably pick up a Patriot pack, because I do have no problem helping out by $1 with Folds of Honor. I think that that conversation with Rocky a couple months ago was still stuck with me. So I mean, it's just an incredible individual and a credible story and a great organization that you guys have jumped on, and I think that's wonderful. Let me get off to Bay Ridge Wine and Spirits. I'm going to stock up my cooler. And again, I hope everybody has a safe Memorial Day. You keep safe in any way you want, but keep COVID safety and otherwise. If you're out on the boats, make sure you're boating safely as well. And as Budweiser always likes to say, and you guys, just make sure you're drinking responsibly.
Yeah. And if you're taking out the trash for my neighbors, I got my money on Ingrid.
John, you'll have to let us know what you guys think when you get a chance to try the RTDs. We want to hear. We want to report back this time. Next time we all talk, we need to hear what you think.
I definitely will. And Bill, can you give me your neighbor's phone number? I want to see what they're betting on you and your wife. Okay, now that's what we want to know.
I guarantee you, they're probably saying, "Oh, Bill's going to be in the garage for 10 hours today." No, I bet he's going to be in there for 12. That's probably what it is.
And what time is she going to come out and go? Is it time?
Yeah, it's a whole spiel, John. Please.
Unreal. Well, guys, thank you very much. Be safe. Continue to be safe. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. All of that stuff. Wear your masks when you're in a crowd, and really enjoy the Memorial Day as safely as you can. I think you can probably safely get together with a small group of friends and remain distant, and crack a can of something open. Whether it be wine or beer or a cocktail.
You got it.
I'm excited.
All righty, guys. Well, we will catch up again next month. Fingers crossed that it could possibly be in person. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. Stay safe.
All right. Take care, guys. Thanks.
Thanks, John.
Bye, John.
Bye.
This has been an update from Eye on Annapolis. Please visit us at eyeonannapolis.net. Follow us on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. And be sure to subscribe to our daily news brief podcast, which is delivered every Monday through Friday to your phone or device at 7 a.m.